Right, ma? So, good morning to one and all, ma. So, in the last session, we'll discuss about the Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm. Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm. Here, on that algorithm, on that algorithm, we are representing the three steps. Here, the keys are exchanging between sender and receiver by using this algorithm. By using this algorithm, exchange the key, secret key between the sender and receiver. Here, sender I am considered as the user A. The receiver I am considered as the user B. User B. Now, we are using the public key cryptography. Means the user A has public and private keys. User B has public and private keys. Public and private keys. Here, what are the steps we follow in Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm? Here in Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm, in the first step, one of the participants choose the two numbers alpha and q. Alpha and q. Here alpha is nothing but the primitive root of the prime number q. Right? After this, after this, one party has to know the two numbers alpha and q. The other party has to exchange. Means both parties has to know the value of P and Q. That is the first step has to be done. The one of the party choose the two numbers alpha and q. Those two numbers can send to the other party. Means both the parties have to know the value of alpha and q values. The second step, both parties already know their own private keys. How to choose their own private keys? User A private key, that is XA, which is less than the given prime number. Is less than the prime number Q. User B also XB less than the prime number, means less than Q. Both the parties after that calculate their public key. There's a user A how to calculate the public key by using this formula. That is YA, public key can be denoted the user A, primitive root power his private key, mod q. Q is the prime number. Similarly, the user B calculate public key, that's YB is equal to primitive root power user B private key mod q. This is step 2 can be done. In the step 3, both the parties have received public key of each other. Means sender send his public key to the receiver. Receiver send his public key to the sender. Means both the parties have to receive public keys, right? And both the parties can calculate the secret key. The secret key k can be calculated. How to calculate user E? How to calculate user B? The secret key can be calculated the user E using this formula. That is that is receiver public key power user A private key mod q, and user B calculate secret key k, that is sender public key power 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 the receiver private key mod q, right? These are the steps we follow in Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm, right? So in the last class, one of the example we have seen that the problem, that is the q value is 11 and primitive root alpha is 7. We have shown that both generate the same key. Means the sender and the receiver will generate the same key using Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm. Using Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm, right? For that, in the last class we have done. So at the last, we will see that the user A compute the secret key, let's say K1, and user B compute the secret key, say K2. Both K1 and K2 are equal, so that both have calculated the same key. That's in the problem they are showing, right? Now, you take pen and paper You do the another problem also related to Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm. Related to Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm. Do that like that problems they are asking. The question they may be asked, explain Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm. That's related to A essay question. And the B question, they may ask the another question like that. They may ask. That is, consider, note down the pen and paper, consider a Diffie-Hellman key scheme with a common prime q is equal to 11. Q is equal to 11 and primitive root and primitive root and primitive root alpha is equal to 2. Alpha is equal to 2. Here the questions they may be asked like that. Questions they may be asked like that. If user A has public key, has public key, has public key, has public YA is equal to 9, YA is equal to 9. What is A's private key? What is A's private key? Here, the private key which is denoted by the user A is XA. XA. What is A's private key? That's we have to calculate. And the second question they may ask, if user B has public key, YB is equal to 3. YB is equal to 3. What is the shared secret key? What is the shared secret key? That is, shared secret key is K, right? Like that they may ask the question. Now try to solve this. Try to solve this problem. Try to solve this problem. How to solve this? How to solve this? What is given? What is given in the problem? That is given in the problem Q, that is equal to 11. Q is equal to 11. That is the prime number. And the primitive root alpha, that is equal to 2. Alpha, that is equal to 2. These are given. Now, what is the first problem? What is the first problem? User A has public key. User A has public key, that is given. And what is A's private key? That is XA. What is the private key? Private key. A's private key. That's we have to calculate. That's we have to calculate. You know that how to choose the private key of the user A. How to choose the private key of the user A. So already in the theory, I am saying that in Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm, the user A has to choose his private key less than the prime number, less than the prime number, less than the prime number, right? Now, here in this problem, we had to calculate, it is in the problem given that the user A public key is given. Then what is A's private key? We had to calculate the private key of the user A. But what formula we had to know that this formula we had to know. That is user A can calculate the public key using this formula, right? Using this formula, right? Here in this equation, we have observed that what we have to know in this formula, we have to know public key of the user E, public key of the user E, primitive root of prime number q. That's also we have to know. That's given in the problem 2. And q value prime number, that's also given, that is 11. With this equation, we know the parameters ya, alpha and q. Only the unknown parameter is private key. So by using this equation, we can easily calculate the user A private key. User A private key, right? That's what is what is the user A public key. User A public key, in the problem it is given 9. That is 9, that is equal to primitive root alpha is 2, 2 power power. You don't know the private key. That's why you are calculated. That's we have to calculate. That is as it is we have to write. As it is we have to write. After that, mod. And what is the q value? That is 11. That is 11. Who is that? Mute ma? 11. Right. Now, in this equation, we have to we have to choose the private key of the user E, private key of the user E. That is, we have to choose x value that is equal to 1. Check this, 2 power 1, 2 mod 11. What is the remainder? 2. That is not equal to 9. So this is correct or wrong? This is correct or wrong? That's we have to not choose this one. Similarly, we have to take xa value, that is private key, we have to choose 2. 2 square 4. 4 mod 11. What is the remainder? Remainder is 4. 4 not equal to 9. So this is also x equal to 2. That's also not choose. Not choose. We have not chosen. Right? Similarly, we have to select x value is xa value is 3. We have to choose 2 cube 8, 8 mod 11. What is the remainder value? 8. 8 is equal to 9? No. That's why x is equal to 3, we have to not choose the private key. Similarly, we have to choose xa is equal to 4. xa is equal to 4 is equal to 4. 2 power 4. 2 into 2. 4. 4 into 2. 8. 8 into 2. 16. 16 mod 11. The remainder is equal to 9? No. That's why this also not choose. Similarly, we have to check it XA is equal to XA is equal to 5. What is the remainder value? Those who have to know the remainder value, raise your hand. Raise your hand. That is nothing but 2 power 5 mod 11. 2 power 5 mod 11. What is the remainder value? Raise your hand. Those who have to know the remainder value. Calculate the remainder. Yes, Mahesh. What is the remainder value, ma? Unmute, ma. What is the remainder value? What is the remainder value, ma? 2. Right?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes.
2. Okay, mute, ma. 2 not equal to 9. 2 is equal to 9? No. So we have not chosen XA is equal to 5. XA is equal to 5. Similarly, we have to choose XA is equal to 6. What is the remainder value? Those who has to know, raise your hands. That is 2 power 6 mod 11. What is the remainder value? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Yes. Who is that? Lokeshwar. What is the remainder value? Okay.
4, sir.
What, ma?
4, sir.
No, not 4. We calculate it. Calculate it. The another one? Who has calculated the remainder value? Raise your hands. Remainder value. Raise your hands. Raise your hands. What is the remainder value? That is nothing but 2 power 6, 64 mod 11. Means 64 divide with 11. What is the remainder? Raise your hands. All are sleeping? Raise your hands. Yes, who is that? Mahesh. What is the
Yes,
answer?
sir.
What is the answer?
9.
Right, right. That is, see that this is a 2 power 6 mod 11, 9. 9 is equal to 9. So the user A choose the private key of the user A is XA is equal to 6. XA is equal to 6, right? This is the first one. This is the first one. Similarly, you calculate the second one. Second one. What is the second one? User B has public key, this one. What is the shared secret key? What is the shared secret key? Shared secret key, right? Here, user B public key is given. That is 3. But what is the shared secret key? What is the shared secret key? Right? That's we have to calculate. You know that how to calculate secret key of user B? How to calculate the secret key of user B? How to calculate the secret key of user B? User B can calculate the secret key using this formula. Using this formula. Using this one, right? Can calculate using this formula. Just to substitute the value, that is equal to what is user A, user YB, shared key. You know the public key of the user B. That's why this is not, we have to use this formula, right? We will use the another formula, this one, this we have to use. That is nothing but how to calculate the user A secret key. Why? Because you know the public key of the user B and the private key of the user A. That is how to calculate the user A secret key. User A secret key. Right? Let's see that is equal to what is the public key of the user B? 3 power private key of the user A. What is the private key of user A? That's in the just above problem, in the first A problem. In the A, we are find that we are chosen the private key is of the user A is 6. That's we have to substitute. Mod what is the prime number? 11. With this, you calculate the remainder value. 3 power 6, whatever we are getting the value, mod 11 means this value divided by with 11, what is the remainder value? Those who has to know the remainder value, raise your hand. Calculate the remainder. Yes, Lokesh, tell me, ma.
3, sir.
Right. 3. Right? This is the way to calculate the shared secret key. Right? This is the problem. For this, we write the solution like that. What is given, how to calculate user A public key is given, what is A's private key. This is way we have to solve it. In the second problem, user B has public key and what is shared secret key. That's right. So that we use how to calculate user A shared secret key. That is K is equal to YB power XE. Because you are using the formula user B calculate the shared secret key, but you don't know the user B private key. Again we have to calculate the user B private key. So no need. Why? Because in the first problem already we are calculated the private key of the user A. That's why you choose the formula user A can calculate the secret key K is equal to YB power XA mod 11. Using that formula we can easily calculate the secret key. Who is raise hand? Lokeshwar. Any query? Any doubt?
No, sir. No, sir.
Down your hand.
Okay, sir.
Right. This is about the Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm, right? Now, we go for the another important concept in public key cryptography. The another important algorithm is the RSA algorithm. This is important for external examination point of view also. Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm and RSA algorithm. These two algorithms are important for external examination point of view. Right? Who will find out this RSA algorithm is Ravishet, Shamir, Adelman. These are the three scientists developed the RSA algorithm. That's why their name is Ravishet. The initial is R. Shamir, yes, and A, that is Adelman. Right? So the three authors will represent this algorithm. That's why this is known as popularly the RSA algorithm. right? This is comes under public key cryptography. Public key cryptography. Here, by using this algorithm, RSA algorithm, how the key generation process can be done. How the key generation process can be done. Now, let us see that the key generation process. Key generation process. Key generation process. Here in the key generation process, in the first step, we had to select the two prime numbers, that is P and Q. That is, we select the prime numbers P, Q, P, Q. Here, here, P and Q, P and Q, both are right. Both are right. Both are prime. Next, here in this algorithm, we calculate the n. How to calculate the n is product of these two prime numbers. Product of these two prime numbers, p into q. That's we have taken as n. And we calculate here. We calculate Euler function, that is pi of n. Pi of n, that is equal to pi of n. What is that symbol pi? Not there. Yes, this one. Pi of n. Pi of n is equal to, how to calculate this pi of n is p minus 1 into q minus 1. This is the formula to use the pi of n. Pi of n. And we select the integer e. How to select the integer is, next step, we select integer e. How to choose the integer e is, GCD of greatest common divisor, GCD of pi of n, comma e, that is nothing but chosen integer, that is equal to 1. That is equal to 1. Such that how we had to choose the e value is, the e value can be chosen 1 less than, in between we had to choose 1 less than e value less than pi of n. This pi of n, right? The e value can be chosen in between 1 and this calculated pi of n value. Like that we had to choose the e value, and whatever the chosen integer value and pi of n, their GCD, greatest common divisor, is 1. Like that way we had to choose the integer. After that, in RSA algorithm, we calculate d. How to calculate the d means using the formula. The d can be calculated using the formula d congruence to e power minus 1, e power minus 1 mod the remainder of the pi of n, the remainder of pi of n. This is the formula to calculate the d we have to use. No problem, I'll tell you the examples also, right? D value. And the public key can be chosen, can be chosen, the public key can be denoted as PU or KU. PU or KU. How to choose the public key? There is the public key can be chosen KU or KU or PU. No problem at all. Here I am denoting KU, or you may represent PU also. There is no problem at all. There is no problem at all. How to choose that? That is E and N. E comma N. The public key can be chosen. And the private key we have to choose KR, that is equal to private key can be chosen D comma N. D comma N. D comma N. This is the public key can be chosen and the private key can be chosen. So how to encrypt and how to decrypt. How to encryption is done, how the decryption can be done. Here the encryption process can be done, that is the plain text that is M, which is less than whatever you are calculated N, that is P into Q, that result N, less than N, less than that value, we have to choose the plain text. We have to choose the plain text. Plain text is nothing but the readable format. Plain text is nothing but the readable format. That is the way we have to choose the plain text, less than that number, right? And how to calculate the ciphertext means how the encryption process can be done. Here the ciphertext, that is ciphertext I am represented as C or CT. Plain text is M I am representing, right? Ciphertext C can be calculated, that is C can be calculated, C is equal to M power whatever the chosen integer E, E mod n. This is the formula we have to use to calculate the ciphertext. And how to calculate the plain text? How we are obtaining the plain text? In the decryption or obtain the plain text? That is in the decryption process. Here, the decryption, what is the input we are taken? The ciphertext. Ciphertext is C or CT I am represented. How to calculate the plain text? Plain text is nothing but readable format. How we are calculated? That it can be calculated using the formula, that is M is equal to ciphertext power D. Already we are calculated the D value. That D value mod N. This is the formula we are using. Where is that? This is M is equal to C power D mod N, right? This is about the RSA algorithm. Just to carefully observe what are the steps we follow in RSA algorithm. Just to see that. Here, what is the first step? We have done? We select P, Q. What is P and what is Q? Both of them are prime numbers. Next, we calculate product of these two and we'll take this as n. And we calculate pi of n. Euler function can be calculated P minus 1 into Q minus 1. Right? After that, we select the integer E. That integer can be selected between 1 and Euler function pi of n. In between the integer E can be selected. That selection also GCD of pi of n and E is 1. Like that way we are chosen the integer. After that we calculate the D value. D can be calculated e power minus 1 mod pi of n, mod pi of n. And these are the public key elements, public key elements, E comma n, private key elements, D comma n. And how the encryption can be done? The encryption can be done here in encryption. What is the input? Plain text, that is M. Means after encryption, what is the result? Ciphertext. How the ciphertext can be obtained? This is M power E. M is nothing but the plain text. Power E, choose an integer, mod n, n value. That n can be calculated P into Q, right? And how the decryption can be done? Here, what is the result of the decryption? We obtain the plain text. What is the input of the decryption? The ciphertext, right? Here the plain text can be calculated using the formula M is equal to ciphertext power D mod n, mod n, right? This is about the RSA algorithm. Here, how the encryption can be done and how the decryption can be done. How the encryption can be done and how the decryption can be done. Right. Now, perform encryption and decryption. Perform the encryption and decryption using RSA algorithm. Using RSA algorithm. That is P. Just to solve these problems, P. It's given in the problem. P is equal to 11. Q is equal to, sorry, P is equal to 17. We have to take P is equal to 17. Q is equal to 11, E is equal to 7, M is equal to 88. M is the plain text. M is the plain text. We perform encryption and decryption using RSA algorithm. Using RSA algorithm, right? We follow the RSA algorithm steps, the key generation process. To perform the encryption, this is the formula we have to use. To perform the decryption, this is the formula we have to use. This is the formula we have to use. So, to obtain the ciphertext, C is equal to M power E mod n. C is equal to M power E mod n. Here M is given, that's the plain text. E, integer is also given, mod n. N we have to calculate. You know how to calculate n in RSA algorithm? P into Q. P into Q, right? And also to perform the decryption, that is nothing but to obtain the plain text, M is equal to C power D mod n. Mod n. After the encryption, we know the ciphertext value. We know the ciphertext value. That's we have to substitute. Power D. You know how to calculate D. This is the formula we are using. D congruence to e power minus 1 mod pi of n. You know how to calculate pi of n also. How to calculate pi of n also. P minus 1 into Q minus 1. P minus 1 into Q minus 1. Right? Now, already I'll give the clue how to process the encryption and decryption. How to perform the encryption and decryption. How to perform the encryption and decryption. Right? Now, the first step, you know what is given, that's we have to write down. That is given P is equal to 17 and Q is equal to 11. Q is equal to 11. So here we calculate N, that is equal to P into Q. P into Q. Right? That is nothing but 17 into 11. 17 into 11. What is that? What is that? That is 187. 187. Right? That is the first step we had done. Next, we calculate pi of n. We calculate pi of n. You know how to calculate pi of n? Calculate pi of n. Now how to calculate the pi of n? P minus 1 into q minus 1. That is what is P? What is P? 17 minus 1 into Q. Q is 11 minus 1. That's nothing but 16 into 10. 16 into 10. That is 160. 160. This is what? Pi of n. Pi of n. Right? This is pi of n. Next. We had to choose e integer. That's already in the problem. It is given 7. We check that. GCD of 160 comma 7. That is equal to 1. That is equal to 1. And we had to calculate D. How to calculate the D? D can be calculated using this formula, right? This can equivalently written as e power minus 1, that is 1 by e. This can be written as dE congruence to 1 mod 160 pi of n. 1 mod 160 pi of n. So how this can be written? Already you know the mathematics. A congruence to B mod C. How this can be written? A congruence to B mod C. How this is written? Already you studied in degree level. A congruence to B. A congruence to B mod C. This is C divides A minus B. C divides A minus B. C divides A minus B. Means this can be written C. A congruence to B mod C. C is 160 divides DE minus 1. DE minus 1. How this can be written? A divides B. B is equal to some constant into A. Means this is A divides B. In mathematics, how this can be written? A divides B. B is equal to some constant, some multiplication into this A. That is, I can multiply these in 1. DE minus 1, that is equal to 1 into 160. 1 into 160, right? This can be written as DE, that is equal to 160 plus this minus each side, that is 160. 160 plus 1. This is nothing but DE is equal to 161. With this, what is E is given? E is 7. That is D is equal to D is equal to 161 divided by 7. What is that? What is that? 161 divided by 7. 161 divided by 7. 161 divided by 7. That is D is equal to 23. D is equal to 23. This we are calculating D. This we are calculating D. Right? So with this, what is the public key? Ku is equal to public key E comma N. Ku public key Ku that is equal to E comma N. E comma N. That is nothing but what? 7 comma 187. 7 comma 187. 7 comma 187. Right? This is public key. Similarly, what is the private key? Private key components, that is KR, that is equal to private key D comma N. D comma N. D comma N. So D. What is D? 23. 23. Comma N. N is 187. N is 187. This is public key and the private key. Now we will have to perform the encryption and decryption. We have to perform the encryption and decryption. You know how to perform in RSA algorithm encryption process and how to perform the decryption in RSA algorithm, right? This is the formula we have to use, right? Just substitute it and simplify it, the encryption process and the decryption process, right? I'll stop here. Next class I will continue. So your work is we have to perform the encryption and decryption. That's we have to calculate it. The next class will continue some more related problems regarding to the RSA algorithm. Right? Thank you.